हम सभी में कुछ बात है, हम सभी में बात है, खास है, कुछ स्वाद है, क्या स्वाद है जिंदगी में।
कैडबरीज डेयरी मिल्क, असली स्वाद जिंदगी का।
So when we were shooting this commercial, it was like 7 in the morning in Bombay, and the shoot had started, and I got this idea in my head that to enhance the freedom of the girl, there should be some pigeons there which should kind of fly. And I had this very romantic image in my head that in slow motion the girl will be dancing and the pigeons will be flying like that. So I went to the director and I said, Mahesh Mathai was the director. Can we have some pigeons? So he said, Pagal ho gaya kya? Now we are already shooting, right? So I said, please get some pigeons. So anyway, he called somehow and fut, some filmy pigeons came. Filmy pigeons, right? Now filmy pigeons are trained not to go away, you know. So if you look at those pigeons, they are not flying, they are just sitting there like that, you know. While the girl is dancing, one pigeon is flying, you know, 2 feet above the ground. So my romantic notions went down. But one lesson to be learned is never give up, you know, there's always a way. So I think those pigeons do something to the film, something to the shot. I think it brings out freedom a little more. And to make that one pigeon fly, you know, this is what I was doing. That's me. Trying to make that pigeon fly. Okay, one quick story again. So I'm working now in Ogilvy and Mather, and Piyush walks in one morning, and we were working on Fevicol at that time. And he says, Sonal, we have to write a commercial on Feviquick, right? It's one of those quick fixing things. And we have to show it in the next half an hour to the client. And if you don't write it in the next 15 minutes, I'll write it. So he went to his cabin, and I'm thinking of ideas, you know, he's thinking of ideas. Then he calls me, he said, Ho gaya. Papi, aaja, jaldi se. So I go to his room, and he says, एक फिशरमैन है, वो फिशिंग कर रहा है, और एक दूसरा आदमी आता है, वो अपने छड़ी में 4 फेविक्विक के ड्रॉप्स लगाता है, छड़ी अंदर डालता है, और मछलियां निकलती हैं। So I said, ये क्या है? It's a joke, it's not a film. So तुम्हें कुछ नहीं आता, right? And so I said, no, you can't make this. छड़ी पानी के अंदर फेविक्विक, will it work? So he said, of course it will work. Let's try it. So we brought a mug and pani dal ke Fevic. Oh, it works, you know. But I still thought it's kind of a joke, you know. And it's too much of a gag, you know. It cannot work. So anyway, we went to the client, sold the film, and once the film was sold, then I ghosed into it totally, right, in terms of art direction and whatever. And this was the film that got done.
चुटकी में चिपकाए फेविक्विक.
And the lesson that I learned out of this was that ideas, when you get ideas, sometimes they don't look big enough. Ideas have to be nurtured. Ideas have to be shared to make them bigger. Ideas need to be बहुत ही मतलब सहेज के ideas को रखना पड़ता है. Otherwise they can break very easily. And there are many idea breakers that you'll find, you know, around you. You get an idea, you ask somebody, अरे यार ये तो नहीं हो सकता. You ask your chacha, नहीं यार ये तो महंगा पड़ेगा यार, क्या कर रहे हो यार? So you have to be very careful with your ideas and nurture them. They are very fragile creatures, you know. So this is the lesson I got. Now one chota sa break now. Now what happened in Mumbai is that again this, you know, this whole thing, life is all about connecting of dots here and there, you know. There was there's Mr. Amit Khanna of, he's the chairman of Reliance Entertainment, a big, he used to be with Navketan and all that. So he had this thing called Plus Channel, an entity. And somebody from his office asked me if I wanted to do some freelance while I was in Ogilvy to design the title sequences of some of their programs, some of their business programs. So I said, yeah, Ogilvy never used to pay me enough. So I said, some freelance, side pocket money will be good. So I started doing that. And one producer there was this guy called Kunal Kohli, who became a good friend. And some 3, 4, 5 years later, I get a call one day from Kunal Kohli saying that, Sonal, I've got my first break as a director. So I said, what is it? So he said, I'm doing a music countdown show for Philips. And you had told me that you used to act and you were doing theater, and can you please come and audition for me? So I thought, wow, man, he's asking me for audition. So I said, yeah, sure, I'll come. And then I thought, why is he calling me? So he said, why are you calling me? So he said, I'm sure you can do a good job. So I said, yeah, I think I can do a good job. But he said, so I said, tell me the real reason. So he said, the problem is all the people that I've auditioned till now, Philips have rejected all of them. So I said, you are now taking a chance, with me. So I said, okay, let me do it. So I went there and Philips somehow liked my face and the way I spoke, and they took me on. So I debuted as a VJ, video jockey for Philips Top 10. So Philips Top 10 then led to Anchor 1 Minute, and then led to Sarv Dhamaka. So I did few of these shows for 6, 7 years while I was working in advertising. Now, the good thing was, that this was free market research for me. The commercials that I used to work on during the day, on Saturdays and Sundays when I used to shoot in a live audience, some 300-400 people sitting there who are the audience for the show, I used to go there and say, "Ye maine ek nayi film likhi hai, I want to test it with you. What do you think of this film?" So I used to narrate the entire script to them. They used to say very good or very bad. And then I used to go the next day to the client and say, "Here I've researched it with my audience of Anchor 1 Minute, and they like it, so buy it." So anyway, so there are some excerpts to show you from the shows.
चोरों के राजा हो पर एकदम बेकार हो, तेजाब में धुनी जैसे कोई पुरानी सी कार हो, पंचर है टायर, बनते हो शायर, मेरे यार तुम नंबर 1 नहीं नंबर 4 हो। खामोश, भाई जाना क्या, 4-2 का 1, 1-2 का नंबर 4। अरे नंबर 5, हम 5, 10 का डांसर, जुली कोई शक, अरे 5 उंगलियों का लाफा, बना देगा तुझको लिफाफा, ढूंढ के पक्के सुर के बच्चे, गाना जब भी गाना सुर में गाना, और अगर अपनी माँ का दूध पिया ना तो गाना नंबर 5 दिखाना, कोई शक। नंबर 2 हम दोनों देवानंद, जॉनी मेरा नाम। जैसे ही टेलीविजन सेट खुला मैं दंग रह गया। वो हसीना आंखें मेरी तरफ घूर के देख रही तो मैं एकदम धड़क के कह रहा था कि जॉनी बेटी, अगर इन आंखों को पता चल गया कि नंबर 1 नहीं नंबर 2 है और टॉप 10 में घुसने के जुर्म में जेल जा चुका है, तो इन आंखों में तेरे नफरत के सिवाय कुछ नहीं रह जाएगा। टॉप 10 से कह दीजिए टॉप 10 का काम तो हो चुका है, मगर नंबर तो फंस चुका है।
Why so serious? I'm not.
वेलकम बैक।
We are on to our finals now, और इस फाइनल के लिए मैं बुला रहा हूँ उर्वी और जगदीश को। हाँ, the rules of the game are very very simple जी। अरे इनको करना क्या है जी कि ये पेपर डोसा, नाक बंद करना, डोसा तोड़ना, ऐसा ले जाके ऐसा खाना। ओके, तेरा नाम दिल पे लिख के जब मेरा दिल भर गया तो मैंने काम कर दिया, तेरा नाम पेपर डोसा पे लिख। टमाटर तुमसे मिलके मेरा तन गया, मेरा मन गया, दिल पर इतने तीर चले कि टमाटर का सॉस बन गया। ओके